Anneliese Midgley.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. And I will focus my remarks today on the impact of generative AI on musicians. And before I begin, I refer members to my declaration of interest and I'm a member of the Musicians' Union. With a background in the music industry, friendships with many musicians, and as a fan, I have been inundated with concerns from musicians about how AI could affect their livelihoods. Madam Deputy Speaker, the music industry has long been structured in a way that exploits musicians, and streaming services have made this far worse. And now, if AI copyright laws are not handled correctly, it is our musicians who will once again lose out. Big tech companies should not be able to generate and profit from music without permission or payment. How can we justify taking money away from British musicians and handing it to tech firms for free? That doesn't support growth, it undermines it. And the reality is that many household names, artists whose music we all know, who've had top 10 hits, whose posters once adorned our walls, are struggling. And new musicians can barely get a foot in the door, and they're often not paid for years. Songs are played more than ever, yet songwriters are seeing less of the money. But someone's getting paid, and it isn't the people who create the music. Unless you're at the very top, making a good living as a musician in this country is becoming nearly impossible. And even those who can sell out venues of a couple of thousand people across our towns and cities are barely scraping by. The balance is completely off, and we in this place have the power to help change it. Madam Deputy Speaker, unlike our European counterparts, in this country we have failed to introduce proper protections for creators' pay over the last decade. And as the Party of Labour, with a commitment to make work pay, this government should ensure that artists, songwriters and musicians are fairly paid for their work and protected from exploitation by faceless tech companies. Madam Deputy Speaker, AI can be a powerful tool, transforming industries like healthcare and science, reducing admin burdens and freeing up skilled professionals. But AI that tokenises the toil of artists and spits out soulless imitations does not support human creativity or make it more productive. No one has ever loved a song because of how efficiently it was written. As James Oppenheim wrote in his 1911 poem, "Our lives shall not be sweated from birth until life closes. Hearts starve as well as bodies. Give us bread, but give us roses. And if work is our bread, then music is our roses." Madam Deputy Speaker, today musicians across the country are closely watching this debate, and while the consultation is ongoing and these matters will be addressed more in due course, and I'd like to thank the Minister for his ongoing engagement on this matter, can the Minister assure me today that the Government will strive to get this right for musicians and that they will not be overlooked in the introduction of AI technologies?